In today's automotive industry, you might never get a once-in-a-lifetime chance like the one I was given with the SLS AMG. To define, design, shape, and develop an entire automobile. With nothing more to start with than a blank sheet of paper. That's a dream come true.
With this interpretation, we've set ourselves the goal of creating a classic car of the future.
The fact that Mercedes-Benz entrusted us with a definitive icon of their brand is proof of the great confidence Daimler has placed in AMG. We didn't merely want to do this legend justice. Much more than that, we wanted to create an entirely new legend. When you see the car on the street, you're proud of having created it together with the team. It's the first automobile AMG has developed as a full vehicle from start to finish. We promised each other we'd approach this challenge together and see it through until it's ready for marketing.
Jetzt. Super.
Then they hung up a countdown clock in the production hall. That was something very special I'd never seen before during my 20-year professional career. The way the team spirit was focused for the task that lay ahead.
Not only myself, but the entire AMG team, together with our colleagues from Mercedes, invested more than 100% effort during the development phase. And I can only say that it's the best team in the world.
At AMG, we live the concept, one man, one engine.
Engine manufacturing is certainly one of the secrets of our success. Each master mechanic is completely responsible for one engine. He takes the crankcase, he takes the crankshaft, the bearing covers, the connecting rods, and the pistons, and puts the engine together step by step. He personally guarantees the quality of the engine and assumes a special responsibility. Finally, his name is displayed on the engine block, which is something our employees are quite proud of.
Also in the later production phase, each operation, each step in the work process is carried out by hand. And the final result is a high-end product in top quality.
The target course for the SLS AMG was clear from the beginning. It was supposed to become a super sports car, built with the concentrated development know-how and collective motorsports history of AMG.
The performance of the team, the tremendous commitment of the contributors, their thorough identification with the product, and willingness to work 8 to 12-hour shifts were all crucial factors in finding the right solutions. They simply did not let up, and even spent weekends thinking about ways to solve different problems. I've never experienced a team that has been that concentrated. If it wasn't as thoroughly cohesive as it was, we'd never have been able to master this challenge.
I've been with AMG for 20 years, and we've had many highlights. But the SLS AMG definitely represents the peak achievement in my career. One of its most significant assets is surely its timeless design. It'll be a classic for the next 50 years.
A gull-wing door model is a very special automobile for Mercedes-Benz. And when you consider its history, there have always been different variations on the theme. There's no other car that so strongly embodies the brand or stands for our super sports cars as the 300 SL Goldwing, which is why we wanted to use it to revive the myth and revitalize our brand in terms of sportiness, but also in terms of history.
I think your own personal contribution can't really be described because you actually start living with the car. At some point, you somehow become one with it and don't really think about or do anything else. You try to complete it with the final measure of perfection because your goal is clear: to build the best sports car.
Our focus in positioning the car was clearly on super sports car technology. Distinctly hardcore high-tech, high-end technique, front mid-engine, transaxle, double-clutch transmission, lightweight construction.
This automobile is certain to take a leading position among its competitors. We've looked at all currently available competitive models and compared our car to them during development. We practiced benchmarking and know about our car's potential. With this knowledge, we can look ahead to the future with great self-confidence.
In the end, AMG distinguishes itself through two key words: fascination and high performance.
The special thing about the SLS AMG was certainly the development of a high-performance engine within a very short time. One which in terms of performance, torque, and power output is clearly superior to those of the competition.
When building a high-performance sports car, engine power alone isn't decisive, but weight as well. Consequently, for us and for the entire project team, one of the biggest goals was implementing lightweight construction. And I think many people might be surprised to learn that the best welders are currently women.
We have an extremely stiff drivetrain that prevents any body roll caused directly by the transmission of power. We have a very sport-oriented suspension with front and rear double wishbone axles.
The car's sound was a very important development objective. Any customer should be able to tell with his eyes shut when an AMG passes by. The most impressive experience I had just after I started working for AMG was during a test drive in Sweden. At that time, there weren't any proper SLS prototypes, but only system-bearing vehicles.
But they were equipped with all the suspension components and the drivetrain of the current automobile. It was far away from what we have today, but for the first time, we had the feeling for what the car would eventually be capable of. Now we're working on the car's level of maturity and driving it for extended tests.
High-speed driving is an important matter. We're working hard on issues like cooling, which has to work optimally at maximum speed.
We have shifting times similar to those in the Formula One, around 100 milliseconds. The SLS can be driven on any racetrack in the world and can achieve really good lap times with a talented driver at the wheel.
My team just spent 14 days here working over the exterior and testing the interior in extremely hot daytime conditions and extensive night driving sessions. We found out what happens to the car when it's driven here over 5,000 miles. In the end, these kinds of development milestones are important for us, so we can say beyond a doubt, in 2010, we'll be able to offer our customers a truly superlative product.
This is something truly exceptional. There's no one here who's ever worked this intensely on a vehicle development project before. And these 2.5 or 3 years will certainly remain unique for all of us. This is pure fascination. This is emotion that no one can resist.
The passion of AMG is built into the new SLS, and you could feel it.